Good morning. Welcome to another One Mind meditation. It is Saturday morning. Have you had a good week? Have you gotten through all of the things you wanted to get done this week? Or is there still one or two boxes to check before the week is done? Our teacher for this week is Herman Hesse. And today's message from Herman Hesse speaks of how past, future, and the whole concept of time all come together in this present moment. Honey, very good morning. Hello, somebody, good morning. Hello, beautiful humans. Welcome to this beautiful Saturday. Our minds struggle with this idea though, this past, future, present, time itself. Our analytical mind's habit is to pull everything apart into separate components and become frazzled as we bounce around between our attachment to the past and our fear about the future. Herman Hesse says, "Have you also learned that secret from the river, that there is no such thing as time? That the river is everywhere at the same time, at the source and at the mouth, at the waterfall, at the ferry, at the current, in the ocean and in the mountains, everywhere, and that only the present exists for the river, not the shadow of the past or the shadow of the future." He says, he saw that the water continually flowed, and yet it was always there. It was always the same, and yet every moment it was new. Present everywhere, the same from moment to moment, yet also completely new from moment to moment. It makes sense that our minds would struggle putting that together. The next thought from Herman Hesse is, this day will never come again, and anyone who fails to eat and drink and taste and smell it will never have it offered to him again in all eternity. The sun will never shine as it does today, but you must play your part and sing a song, one of your best. Dropping from your head into your body and taking a few moments to taste and smell and feel and see is a grounding experience because it pulls all of your thinking from ruminating in the past and the future into the now. When you are busy experiencing the sensations of your body, you are not stuck in your head. When you lower yourself from your head into your heart, even your brain waves follow, from high beta to alpha, and perhaps even into lower theta. This is always a refreshing and restful experience for your brain. As you emerge from a few minutes of breathing and feeling, your cluttered whiteboard is wiped clean, and you become available to the conscious choice of what to pay attention to next. So if you're ready, our meditation today, of course, is called Come to Your Senses. Let's slip from our heads into our bodies. Become just immersed in presence for a moment. And when we do that, we have the opportunity to get up from our meditation and walk into our day, bringing presence along with us. Anthony, good morning. It's great seeing you, dude. If you're ready, you can close your eyes and let's float away together, starting with the first few big breaths. Let's take a deep breath in and out. Take a deep breath in and out. deep inhale. And let it go. Deep breath in. And out. One more big breath in. And let it all flow away. You can continue the same breathing pattern on your own time. Every slow inhale through your nose gets drawn all the way deep down into your belly. And as you fill up your belly with air, also raise yourself up. As you breathe in, stretch out your spine. Lift the top of your head toward the ceiling. And once you've reached your full height, let all of it go. With every exhale, soften. With every breath out, soften your spine, slump down your shoulders, and even drop your head. Our journey today takes us through the experience that our body brings us, specifically the experience of our outer senses. So let's start getting into this body right now. With your next exhale, as your body softens, bring your attention to your forehead, to the space between your eyes. Do you sometimes find yourself carrying a frown there? And when you realize you're frowning, do you remember to soften? Do you remember to put a smile on your face as opposed to the frown? Let your body feel your own welcoming smile. With your next exhale, as your body softens, bring your attention to the area in and around your mouth. Do you perhaps sometimes find that you are grinding your teeth or pressing your tongue hard against the roof of your mouth, or your jaw muscles clenched tightly? And when you do you remind yourself to have a conversation with this body? Let this body know that it is safe, and that it would be safe to become softer. With your next exhale, as your body softens, bring your attention to your neck and shoulders. Do you carry any tension there? Do you sometimes find your shoulders pulled up high? And when you do you remember to have a few big breaths and roll out those shoulder muscles? Inviting them to soften. With your next exhale, as your body softens, bring your attention to your stomach area, the place where tension hides the most effectively. Do you sometimes find yourself carrying tension there? And when you do you remember to have a conversation with this body? Let it know that right now, this moment, everything is safe. Even completely softening would be safe. Lastly, bring your attention to your legs, your arms, and specifically your hands. The hands are also a place where tension hides under the radar when we don't realize we're having tightly clenched fists. Right now, are your hands half open, lying calmly in your lap? We'll take the last few big breaths of this phase together, having our bodies stretch, adjust, and settle down into as much comfort as possible for the rest of our journey. Let's take a deep breath in. As you release, drop your head all the way forward and roll out your neck muscles forward and to the left, forward and to the right. Take a deep breath in. As you release, roll your shoulders forward in big, slow circles. Take a deep breath in. As you release, roll your shoulders backwards in big circles, nice and slow. Take a deep breath in. As you release, focus on your spine. Lean your upper body over to the left. And lean your upper body over to the right. One more big breath in. And as you release, you can stretch or move or adjust any part of your body that still needs a bit of help settling down. Having softened our bodies into a state of presence, or at least becoming as present as we possibly can be right now, we can now turn our attention inwards and dive deep inside for the next part of our journey. With every next inhale, we'll hold our breath for a few short moments, followed by a really long, really slow exhale. If you don't have the time to sit for the whole meditation with us, then this is always a good place to stop. But if you are here for the whole journey, We'll take the next few big breaths together. Let's take a deep breath in and hold. As you release, make it a long, slow exhale. Take a deep breath in and hold. As you release, feel into your body. Feel how softness slips into your body and settles in every part of your body. Take a deep breath in and hold. As you release, follow the downwards flow through your body. Feel your shoulders slowly falling. Feel your body slowly softening. Feel how you are slowly slipping deeper into you. One more big breath in and hold. And as you release, feel yourself melting. Feel your whole body dissolving. Feel how you are slipping into a deeper level of surrender with every slow exhale. You can continue the same breathing pattern on your own time. Every slow inhale through your nose is an invitation. It invites you to turn inwards and follow this journey. As you breathe in, feel the air flow in through your nostrils. Feel the air touch the back of your throat. Stay with your breath as it flows in through your lungs. And as you fill up the balloon inside your belly, feel yourself slip all the way in. Hold your breath, but hold it only for as long as it feels easy, followed by a really long, really slow exhale. With your next big breath, as you dive deep into you, take a moment to welcome this body. If you're able to, perhaps even wrap your arms around this body. Let this body know, hello body, I really love having you. Take your next big breath. Our journey of the senses starts at the top and then works its way through our bodies. So the first stop is your eyes, what you can see, or more specifically, what you would be able to see if you were to open your eyes. For this exercise, keep your eyes closed and use your mind to see. What would be the most obvious object if you were to open your eyes? Find any obvious object, bring it into your mind, and as you take your next big breath and dive deep into you, study this obvious object. See it from all of its angles, see all of its color, and find all of its texture. With your mind, take your next big breath. Now we'll change gears. We're still staying with what you can see, but this time, when you take your next big breath and dive deep into you, find with your mind a less obvious object, perhaps the least obvious. If you were to look around your room, what would be slightly hidden? Find that object. And now, when you take your next big breath and dive deep into you, hold that object in your mind. Study it. See it from all of its angles, all of its color, all of its texture. Take your next big breath. When you are able to, bring your attention to one of your senses and simply pay attention to the experience that this sense is giving you. If you are able to not be dragged into thoughts about the past and thoughts about the future, then you're helping your body learn, understand what it means to be present. Focusing on one sense at a time. This really simple exercise helps teach our body where we want it to pay attention. Let's take a step down from our eyes to our ears. I will try the same. See if you're able to keep your attention on just this one experience. As you take your next big breath and dive deep into you, what is the most obvious sound that you can hear? Let this obvious sound capture all of your attention. How much of this obvious sound can you hear? Take your next big breath. Let's switch gears. Find a really faint sound to listen to, what is barely more than a whisper, and lean in. Let this faint sound capture all of your attention. Take your next big breath. When you are able to bring your attention back from scattered thoughts all over the place, past, future, when you're able to bring your thoughts back into one place, your brain waves follow. Your brain waves go from scattered all over the place to slower, calmer, more focused brain waves. Let's keep practicing. The next 2 stops are slightly more difficult though. The sense of smell and the sense of taste. So change your breathing to whatever it needs to be to accommodate these next 2 stops. For right now it is your nose, your sense of smell. When you take a deep breath and dive deep into you, see if you're able to find any particular smell right now. Take your next big breath. Now we'll change gears while we're still focusing on our sense of smell. This time, and this is a hard one if you don't have anything to specifically pick up and smell. But when you take your next big breath to dive deep into you, is there any other smell you could find? Simply be curious. Take your next big breath. Lower, slower brain waves bring along with it the ability to focus. So this becomes a positive feedback loop. When you bring your attention to one thing, it potentially lowers your brain waves. And as your brain waves lower, it gives you more ability to bring your attention to one thing. The next stop is probably the toughest one in this exercise, your sense of taste. So bring your attention to your mouth and bring a healthy dose of curiosity. Because you don't have something like a cup of tea to lift to your lips and have something physical to taste. And this one is difficult. But be curious as you take your next big breath and dive deep into you. See if there's anything there. Can you find any particular taste? Take your next big breath. And then let's repeat it again. This time, as you take a deep breath and dive deep into you, is there any other taste you can find? Anything else besides the first obvious taste? Take your next big breath. We have one more stop, the surface of your skin. And this one is at least easier again. Scan the surface of your skin and see where you can find the most obvious sensation. Then as you take a deep breath and dive deep into you, let all of your attention be captured by this obvious sensation. Analyze it. Experience all of it. What are the different pressures, the different sensations that you can describe in this really obvious sensation? Take your next big breath. And for one more time, we'll change gears, still experiencing the surface of your skin, but this time finding where is the slightest sensation. Where could you perhaps just feel fabric rest on skin? Or even perhaps you can feel the air touch your forehead or your cheek. Let that slight sensation capture all your attention. Take your next big breath. We'll take just one more big breath together to slip out of the breath holding space and into the next. Let's take a deep breath in and hold. And as you release, feel yourself slip all the way through. There is no more attention on your breathing. You can sit all the way back or even lie all the way back down and feel yourself just floating. Whenever you do a grounding kind of exercise, today's exercise is bringing your attention to your physical senses. When you take a few minutes to ground yourself in presence, your brain waves might follow to a lower brainwave state, which helps you be more present. Whenever we step away from an exercise like this, we have the opportunity to carry that presence with us, to approach whatever needs to be done next from a lower brainwave state, an ability to focus on one thing at a time. We can build these simple exercises into our days multiple times a day, because it is very human for our minds to feel drawn in so many different directions. Future and past is just half of the story. There's 100 things in this present moment that want our attention too. Are you bringing present moment practices into your day? Do you have a few moments during your day where you stop for a few big breaths while you just put everything else down, just for a moment? Just to equip yourself to tackle the next thing with presence. I'll read to you one more time a few thoughts from Hermann Hesse. He says, "Have you also learned that secret from the river, that there is no such thing as time, that the river is everywhere at the same time, at the source and at the mouth, at the waterfall, at the ferry, at the current, in the ocean and in the mountains, everywhere, and that only the present exists for it, not the shadow of the past, nor the shadow of the future." He saw that the water constantly flowed and flowed, and yet it was always there. It was always the same, and yet every moment it was new. This day will never come again, and anyone who fails to eat and drink and taste and smell it will never have it offered to him again in all eternity. The sun will never shine as it does today. But you must play your part and sing a song, one of your best. We have the last 5 breaths of gratitude to do together. With every exhale, I'll say my thank you, and I invite you to say yours. Let's take a deep breath in. Thank you for this moment of grounding myself deeply into presence. Take a deep breath in. Thank you for learning how to create multiple such moments during my day, even just for a few short minutes, even just for a few breaths. Drawing my attention back from all the scattered fragments back into this moment here and now. Take a deep breath in. Thank you for learning how to become better at stepping into each moment with presence. Giving my attention to whatever the thing is that requires my attention. And recognizing when my mind becomes scattered into 100 different directions again. Take a deep breath in. Thank you for learning patience with myself. Thank you for the willingness to surrender to the same exercise of presence again and again and again. One more big breath in. Thank you, beautiful people. Thank you for slipping into this grounded moment with us. Thank you, somebody. Thank you, Anthony. Thank you, honey. Wishing you a beautiful Saturday and a lovely weekend. See you all again soon. Ciao, ciao.